And I remember I started thinking, I don't even have money to pay to be in this emergency room. And I can't call my parents for help. Everybody else in the world can call their parents for help, but my parents are my abusers. And I have nowhere to go. And some other voice finally woke up inside me and said, Psalm, do you see that? Do you see that? That's why you're here. Because some broken little 5-year-old girl is still so hungry for your parents to come save you, to choose you, to value you. And you keep throwing yourself in these situations with different people or men or sexually and say, somebody choose me and see my value. And that voice said, but the only person who's going to do that is you. And some other voice said, go do yoga. And I was like, I have real problems. I'm on medication. Like yoga's women in Beverly Hills, their husbands work, they drive a minivan, they wear cute outfits. But it was like, go do yoga. Because this is your last chance, girl. You end up here again. You do this reenactment pattern one more time. You're dead next time. And I felt that in my bones. So I with all my hopelessness and all my brain chatter, one foot in front of the other, I went home, and one foot in front of the other, I went to yoga the next day. And I went to this yoga class. It was by donation because I was broke. And I remember the teacher said, come to standing at the front of your mat. I don't have a cute outfit on. I'm wearing pajama bottoms and a wife beater. And I was like, I don't care. I'm here to save my life. And the teacher said, inhale, raise your arms as you inhale, long, slow, deep inhale. Exhale, long, slow, deep exhale. And again, inhale, long, slow, deep inhale. And I felt the Spirit of God in my body again, where I'd felt nothing but shame and pain for so long. And every time I inhaled, and I felt that something cared about me, and that life could be good. And I inhaled, and I felt this bliss in my body, and I started to hear a prayer from my body. And it said, thank you, God, because I am beautifully and wonderfully made. And at first I was like, I don't like God. I don't pray. God makes me feel bad. Prayer failed me. And I thought, and I don't love my body. I don't want to be here in this planet. But I did again inhale, and that prayer was happening, and I was being filled with all this positive energy. And I thought, you know what? God didn't belong to church. Those were people with problems that were weak and couldn't overcome them. And me and God and this energy, that's mine. And in that moment of I inhale, exhale, and it was beyond that. I was like, inhale, and as I feel this gratitude for my body, and I fought life, and I fought God, and I thought everything wasn't fair. And in that moment, I felt my body, I felt like I am grateful. And this body is amazing. And this body that at that point, it only brought me suffering, and my sexual energy and the way people perceive me, it only brought me pain. And I felt that it was mine, and that this was sacred, and this feeling was orgasmic. And then I went and I tried to find more teachers. I was like, I need more of this, but I need that connection beyond even regular yoga. Or I went to Zen meditation where all the monks had shaved their heads. And I was like, I don't want to look like a guy. I was like, isn't there somewhere I can go where all this works for me? I think God made me juicy for a reason. Take me to where they like that. And then instead of a detriment, that's a powerful thing. And I ended up through a series of miraculous events in India where I met my guru. Is not famous, out in the middle of the jungle, and he taught me something. He said, there was a time in this world, a real time, that sex was sacred. And they had temples where people actually went and had sex to worship each other and to tithe their pleasure to God as an offering. I was taught that was what you did, and it distracted you from God. And he said that in that time, there were priestesses. And they help people learn how to pray in their bodies and experience their sexual sacredness. And in that moment, I remembered, oh my God, that's why I'm here. And he taught me beautiful things like how to do this breast massage that opens the heart and heals pain, and how two people can have sex and connect in such a deeper way on a soul level. And then he said, go out and teach that to the world. And on one hand, I was like, finally I have my purpose. All this pain makes sense. But I was terrified because I knew people are going to judge me. Nobody's ready to hear this message, and yet they need it so badly. And I remember I just thought, okay, that's what it's mine to do. Somebody's going to be on the front line of that. And I came back and I started teaching it. And like I said, at this point, I've taught tens of thousands of people in person, millions through TV and the internet. And the fact that I'm standing here on stage at A-Fest means there's already been a paradigm change.